Hey folks, Chica and I are the island caretakers out here. So what I do with my time, one of the things, is I skipper boats around the world. I'm talking like to remote places. I sort of use my work as a way of exploring the remote islands I think are ideal to live at. Another way I make a living is I caretake islands. So on that island I was there for, was supposed to be 2 months, COVID hit, ended up being nearly 2 years looking after that island. Tonga went into like a full-on lockdown, no one allowed back in. A lot of yacht owners that left their yachts for cyclone season were unable to see their boats again for quite a while. So what I did was I sort of bought a boat, cheap boat, and then I delivered a boat as well, but it was just one person. So I towed one boat with the other boat from Tonga to Fiji. A feat apparently never done before. This is the vessel that's going to be doing the towing. It hasn't been used for more than 1.5 years due to COVID, which creates a range of issues, more of that in the in-depth video on the tow. And this is the vessel we're going to be attempting to tow from one country to another. Now it's not really wise to just tie off the stern cleat and tow everything from there, so I've locked it off on the bow cleat, a round turn on the midship cleat. That just helps spread the load nice and evenly between the cleats, and then all the way to the stern cleats, locked off on the stern cleat, and then continued to a winch that's on the aft deck. Shock absorber. Just basically clove hitch in with a bit of slack. The tow line itself is 50 metres of 1 3/4 inch nylon 3-strand with big splices at either end and floats in different parts along the line. If the vessel being towed sails over the tow line and gets caught around the keel, things are going to get really messy. So we've had to do some preventative measures. So again, on the towed vessel, we don't want to just tow by the cleats. We're going to tow by multiple points. The cleats are all joined together. Then I've got a big bridle that goes all the way around the boat. So the result is a bit of a spider's web of lines spreading the load for the tow, with the main tow line being lower on the bows to stop them from digging in, rather than pulling them down. It sort of pulls them straight along the water. Now the boat zigzagging across the ocean is not going to do like we got here. So I've had to work on different systems to stop the old zigzag. This is a single drogue system, or warp out the back. So this is what I ended up running with, was the dual warps out the back.
These are sacrificial rudders I sort of whipped up. You know, they're not pretty, but with the front edge curved, so if a rope does hit, it hopefully slides off.
Now I pretty much stripped the boat, but whatever weight was left in the boat I moved to the stern to try and bring the bows up high.
Shorten tow. So you can see a bit better now the two floats in the middle there. Between those two floats, that's about a 15 metre length. Between those two floats there's chain attached. When I slowed down or stopped, that chain will, you know, sink down and the two floats will come together to just take up the slack and stop my boat from running, tripping over the bridle, and stop this bridle from going through the propellers. I've got about extra 50 metres here. The reason why I have the extra 50 metres is to adjust the length of the tow. You want both boats on the swell, you want to adjust it so they're both riding the swell at the same part, you know, like they're both on the crest of the wave at the same time and both on the trough at the same time. As long as they're not going, you know, alternately like that, which just creates a shock load on the system. So I don't know, any of you have watched my rewilding videos? You know I've got a thing for coconuts. And even now I'm out at sea, I've brought a crate of coconuts with me. Cold coconuts in the fridge. You! You know what I reckon's the best drink in the world? Coconut water. You know what's anything better than coconut water? Cold coconut water. You know what's the only thing better than cold coconut water? Carbonated cold coconut water in your soda stream. Mate. Bloody great. Knots on the nose, not very pleasant. Slowed right down, 1.8 knots. Okay, so this went really crappy. We're just on the corner here where the wind sort of wraps around Fiji. Like it was coming behind us before, now it's coming in front of us. And my boat was almost airborne at times there. Go on baby, it's got to get better. Got a steady 25 knots on the nose, pretty shitty. I'm trying to go 45-degree angles to the wind.